Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to our channel once more, and today I happen to be with one of the greatest knowledgeable person from the Northern Frontier District. He will going to introduce himself. I'm currently in a place called Ademasajida, located in Wajir West, or sometimes also there's the border of Habaswein on the other side, which is Wajir South. But Mwalim Hussein will going to give us a brief about the context in which we are, and I will subject him to some few questions here and there so that we can drink from his well of wisdom for this event. Mwalim, asante sana for hosting us, and welcome. Kindly introduce yourself to the rest.
First of all, I wish to take this opportunity to welcome you to my home.
Thank you.
Which is situated in Ademasajida, Wajir West.
Okay.
Of course, I was born here and grew up here and schooled in Habaswein Primary School. I went to Wajir High School for my secondary education. Of course, those days, this adult education was not there. That opportunity was not there. Once you go to secondary, that is the highest place actually. It's a prestige. Those days, even when you go to the traditional dances and all the praises go to the secondary school leavers nowadays. So I happened to go to teachers training college and back to Habaswein Primary, teaching where I was as a people actually. From there, life continued. Of course, I decided to leave education. After some time, of course, I've gone through all the stages of responsibilities of almost education, up to the district level by then. Being a manager, an administrator, and all this. But I decided to vacate education because of my passion for peace work.
So from your story, one of the things I have gathered is you are somebody who went through the system of education from the grassroots, the scratch, all the way to the top. And you must have tested the value of education.
Yes.
And what it tastes like. So what is your take on the current examination irregularities that is the hallmark of the northeastern counties and the distraction of the students?
You see, education is a long-term process, life process, and it is pain at the end of the day. But it's somehow cumbersome for those people who perceive it like that. So I know several people try to look for shortcuts because education has its stages, and for you to qualify for any meaningful endeavors, you have to qualify for it. And that will take some time. Of course, it will take massive resources and also time. And therefore, some people tend to drop out and look for other ways of, some of them are very undesirable means of earning. But of late, there is something that has become so chronic, and that is examination irregularities and cheating. You will find students don't concentrate on their studies because they believe that it's a societal issue of late that parents pay for their children's undesirable activities, especially like cheating and all this. So they are so reluctant. They don't want even to attend classes. You'll find that truancy is just too high, indiscipline is too high. You see, at the end of the day, when the children or the learners expect some kind of, reward from the school or the teachers, they must to respect them.
Yeah.
But because they know there are these shortcuts, okay, they don't concentrate in class. Truancy is too high, lateness is high, absenteeism is high, indiscipline is high, disrespect for teachers is high, even to the extent that sometimes they even confront their teachers physically.
It's happening. Do you think there will be consequences for the malpractices in terms of exam irregularities that we are facing?
I have life experiences. I've interacted with students actually who have got marks or awards which were not theirs. But because of the high marks they got when they were admitted to one of the best schools in Kenya or even the universities, they are unable to cope up with them. They have to be discontinued and some of them drop out. They are forced to drop out because they cannot cope up. Or they have been discontinued because they are not able to qualify for example, like the grading, which is actually given in the exams. Okay? So those are the kind of consequences. So what happens at the end of the day? They resort to either drug or they are now forced to join these, extremist groups.
Yeah, sure.
So that's actually what happens.
So those are the consequences.
The consequences.
The young generation of today are people who venerate shortcuts to getting wealth. By all means, people want to become rich and famous.
Yes.
And you have seen the result of that. The consequences is always dire. So what is your advice to the current young generation on seeking wealth or growth of career or any kind of prosperity they aspire?
Practice justice. Justice will come on your way. That's my advice to them. And justice means by even acquiring your wealth or earning your daily bread or your income through just way. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's going to be sustainable. You go for shortcuts, it will haunt you in future. It is not going to be sustainable. But for example, I know, and I'm a witness, and I know of cases where families which are very needy, very destitute, very poor, okay, after educating their children, one child that gets education changes the lifestyle of the whole family. Once they are two, it's more than, if it's even better. I know, I'll just try to put it in a very traditional context. There is a family thing, of course, we're Muslims and we believe in religion and we believe in prayers. Yeah. Okay? There is a family which was so poor. The mother and the father of that family fasted for 100 days just to pray to Allah to give them wealth to take care of their children. God gave them so many children. So many boys. It is this Ademasajida. There are over 10 boys. All of them went to school. All of them did business. Okay? Most of them are principals of secondary school, doctors, all these. And today, people admire them. Okay? So, that is the legitimate means of earning income. So, however it is cumbersome, however it is costly, however it requires massive resources and time, at the end of the day, education is going to pay. Shortcuts are always wrong cuts. Practice justice, justice will come on the way. Get your livelihood through just way, and you are going to succeed. But what I'm very sure is, from our experience, once you get your wealth through shortcuts, it will haunt you, and at the end of the day, it will perish, and it will haunt you to the bitter end.
Very deep.
So what I'm just trying to advise my children, because I have children who have also gone to school. I've tried my level best. And others have also done equally. They are living as role models. Let them look at those families that have actually acquired wealth. It is through their children who have excelled in education. So education is everything, both religious and secular. Both of them, actually, very important. So what I'm advising them is shortcut is always wrong cut. They'll suffer the consequence. They'll live to regret. It will haunt them. It is not going to be long-lasting. Let them not look for wealth through shortcuts.
That is one of, like, mind-blowing. That is so deep. And I wish we can just take those words because it doesn't need any further explanation. It is just self-explanatory. And thank you very much, Mwalimu.
Yeah.
And I wish we will be doing more of this.
Okay.
When I come next.
I'll be there. I'll be at your service. I'll be there to work.